by this humble representation. Let today's hearing be the first step in the journey of the thousands of people in their aspiration for a better life. With the permission of Mr. Chairman, I am now ready to ask my questions. My questions are based on the COA report. First, according to the COA report, status on the fund transfer from ORG, DA, DSWD, DILG, DPWH, and ORT to various implementing agencies total 2,853,879,159.59 remain unliquidated as of year-end, contrary to COA Circular Number 94-013 dated December 13, 1994, and COA Circular Number 2012-01 dated June 14, 2012. My question is, have you sent demand letters to the implementing agencies and required them to submit reports of expenditures relative to the disbursements of funds that are duly verified?
Actually, we can furnish you letter of our demand letter addressed to the different agencies and the contractors, Your Honor. And including actually local government units and different agencies of ARMM. Ikwento ko lang, no, para makita niyo yung problema namin sa COA. Actually, may relasyon, ma'am, sa intergovernmental relation. Halimbawa, Central Office ng DA, bigyan lang ng halimbawa, mag-release sila lahat ng program. Lahat ng program, amounting to 200 million. Para lang makita nyo. Pag amounting to 100 million different programs, merong program mahaba, merong program maigsi. Kasi halimbawa, kung heavy equipment, farm tractor, automatic i-bid mo yon, liquidated. Pero kung kailangan mo yan, halimbawa, La Nina o El Nino, so mahaba-haba ang problema mo doon. Ang problema ng central office, pag hindi na-liquidate ang isa, dahil sinabay nila na-liquidate isa, ang sabihin nila doon, hindi pa rin liquidated. Hindi nila tatanggapin piece by piece ang liquidation, of which hindi namin pwedeng pagsabayin. Actually, ni-raise na rin namin to dahil pagod na rin kami sa ganitong sitwasyon at sa liquidation. Second, kung tingnan nyo yung audit report dyan, June 14, 2012, yan na kasama yung mga school buildings, contractors na kinasuhan ng regional government. Tapos ang iba dyan, releases sa DSWD. Ang ginawa ng DSWD, nirelease din nila sa different offices nila. Actually, ang issue dyan, liquidated, pero walang credit notice. Dahil even yung COA, meron silang pagtatalo kung ang mag-issue ba ng credit notice yung provinces or yung regional office to the regional government office, regional governor's office. Kasi ang pondo from national nirelease sa amin, nirelease namin sa agency, agency sa sub-agency nila. Ngayon nagtatalo ang region tungkol sa credit notice. Mapuli liquidate lang ang isang pondo kung merong credit notice. So, ibig sabihin nun, kahit liquidated, pag walang credit notice, hindi nila ino-honor yun. So, ang problema ngayon, internally, sumulat na rin kami sa regional director ng COA, dapat internally arrange nila yung problema na yun, kung sino talaga ang final issuances ng credit notice.
Mr. Chairman, if we may request for the documents and also the breakdown of disbursements.
Sure. Maybe early next week, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, next question. 2015 COA report shows cash advances totaling 32,116,102.20 remain unliquidated as of December 31, 2015 in violation of Section 89 of PD number 1445 and Item 5.8 of COA Circular number 97-002. May we know who are the personnel who had still unliquidated cash advances as of December 31, 2015?
What particular item, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman? Kasi ano lang hindi, anyway, Mr. Chairman, walang specific dyan, pero kami may problema. Kung buong region yan, may problema kami halimbawa sa DepEd, mga travel expenses, eto time pa nila miswari, sunod-sunod yan. Tapos meron din sa DA Central, mula panahon ni miswari rin hanggang sa panahon ni Ampatuan. Pero itong DA ho, na-settle namin yan last month, kung hindi ako nagkamali. Dahil yung retired accountant, nahanap na niya kung yung mga document na dapat isubmit sa central office. So gusto ko lang malaman kung anong particular, para specific din masagot namin anong particular agency, kung travel allowances ba yan, or anong cash advances. At gusto kong sabihin ho rito, merong policy ang regional government, no cash advance policy. Pero kung meron tong cash advance, dahil merong tendency, pag nag-download kami from regional government na pondo to agency, tinitreat nila na cash advance. So dapat hindi yon kasi program pan, pati pang salary.
Mr. Chair, that's exactly my question. How were these cash advances incurred? And I would like to know who are the personnel who incurred these cash advances? If we can have a copy of the documents pertaining to these cash advances. If these were for previous administrations, we would also like to know if they can provide the necessary documents.
Your Honor, we can provide you copies, including our demand letter of all these cash advances. Both previous administration and if there is current during my time.
Also, Mr. Chair, if we may refer these cash advances to the Commission on Audit, Mr. Chair. Next question. The COA for the year 2015 issued a qualified opinion as to the accuracy of the reported balance of cash in bank local currency account totaling 10,706,334.23 as of December 31, 2015, which cannot be ascertained due to the absence or non-submission of bank reconciliation statement in violation of Section 74 of PD 1445, COA Circular 96-011 dated October 2, 1996, COA Circular number 92-125A dated March 4, 1992, and DOF-DBM Joint Circular number 1-90. My question is, when will you submit the bank reconciliation statement for the year ended December 31, 2015?
According to our finance director, Your Honor, we had already a management meeting with COA. We can furnish you, the committee, through the chairman, the bank reconciliation records of the regional government.
Mr. Chair, what are the measures that you will adopt to fast-track bank reconciliation?
No, we had already. Yeah. We can furnish you even, I think, after our finance director got home.
Mr. Chair, before I go to my last question, I would like to manifest that according to the COA report, total cash as of December 31, 2015 per balance sheet of the general fund does not tally with the ending balance of the cash flow for the same period. cash per balance sheet is 1,247,385,187.13, while the cash amount for cash flow is 1,256,149,092.56. I would like to request Mr. Chair for ARMM to double check their figures and for the Commission on Audit to look into this.
Mr. Chair, may I call the Finance Director to respond?
Mr. Chairman, I am Attorney Mimbalawag Mamutara Jr., the Finance Director of the Office of the Regional Governor. With respect to the query, Mr. Chairman, definitely it will not tally because we have to do the bank reconciliation. And more often than not, the bank statement is being transmitted to us at a later date. In other words, nadidelay po yung pag-transmit. This is true to other agencies. That's why we have problem in the reconciliation of the statements. That's it. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, again, I would like to request the Commission on Audit to look into this. For my last question, Mr. Chair, DPWH ARM fund transfers to LGUs and NGAs and payments to various suppliers and contractors totaling 356,895,154.02 were supported with ORs that are either undated, incorrect, double, while others were not supported by OR at all. Considering the findings of irregular ORs to justify the payments, what are the steps taken to account for this fund?
DPWH, sir.
Mr. Chair, I'll read our management reply. The said deficiencies of ORs were already complied with. The DOs, LGUs, and contractors appeared at the office of the resident auditor to personally fill up the missing dates. We have required district engineering offices and area equipment offices shall not be transferred without first issuing the corresponding ORs. Upon verification, we required Maguindanao Engineering District 1 to issue an OR with the correct amount. On the matter with the two ORs, it was an honest mistake and not for unlawful intent. We therefore ask the indulgence with this regard. Because as you know, the transaction is extremely voluminous and we give extra due diligence to perfect it. But there are some 1, 2, 3, 4 that gets overlooked, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I would like to manifest that all my questions are based on the report of the Commission on Audit. I would like to request ARMM to furnish us a summary report and also, again, for Commission on Audit to look into these matters. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman Tan. Let's go to the next for interpellation. Congress.